Welcome to Parks and Pixie Dust Podcast.
Johnny!
Hey, that's more like it.
Explosion on the screen.
Just an explosion of red.
That would not be good. Anyways, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Woo! I'd be like, get your winky doodle checked out. Anyways, so woo!
Episode 2.
Episode 2, and I'm already no filter and lots of edits needing to happen. Sorry, Steve.
How you doing?
Anyway, I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing good.
We're recording on Super Bowl Sunday, so the Orlando Blooms and the San Francisco Phillies are playing today during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I think Taylor Swift's boyfriend is, I think, in it or something, and she might be performing, and her boobies might hang out like that one.
Oh, Janet Jackson.
Yeah. And basically, I don't give a rat's fat butt about football. So
I'm rooting for the Cubs.
yeah, me too. I just don't care.
Yeah,
my husband made chili con queso for
Which
me.
was good.
So good. I don't give a
The halftime show doesn't sound interesting. It's Kendrick Lamar, is that right?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
you
don't
would know
care.
more than me.
Yes, it's Kendrick. It's him.
Is it? Okay, it's him.
guess.
Cool. Good for you, dude.
All right. What do we do with that information?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's talk about Disney.
Yeah, how about that instead? Something that interests us a lot more. But yeah, I love that we record. When Johnny John and I get together, we usually record about 2 episodes at a time, and we are releasing twice a month. Obviously, season
4.
2?
Oh.
We did every week, which was a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this has been a
still fun.
good stride of every other week. It's been great. But yeah, so this episode,
We're talking about your recent trip, and you literally just got back.
Yes, I got back yesterday evening. And so, yeah, it was, for lack of better words, just amazing. An amazing time. Steve and I finally took Natalie, and she just turned 2 on February 3rd. So literally, we left the day after she turned 2. So, I have a lot to say. Obviously, in a future episode, I will give sort of my opinion on tips of taking a toddler, because it's a lot. It is a lot to take a toddler, for sure.
Yeah, you see all these people, like, whether it's Disney or even going to the airport.
Oh, yeah.
Just like taking their families with the strollers, the backpacks, all the duffel bags. And
It's a lot. And it's a little bit more strategic planning, a little more time, but to me, so worth it. I mean, as I am obviously a huge Disney adult, Steve is a Disney adult too, more of a Star Wars guy, but he enjoys it as well. So the thing that we kind of knew going in is, obviously, with taking our 2-year-old, it's a different trip.
Right.
If it was just adults, we'd be racing in there at rope drop and let's go get on Space Mountain. It's only a 20-minute wait, or let's do virtual queue for Tron or whatever.
Yeah.
This time it wasn't like that. So we ended up staying at a Good Neighbor hotel, which obviously Walt Disney World has a lot of these. Our friend Amanda, who's the travel agent, booked the trip for us. Amanda, thank you again so much. She was one that told me about the Drury where we stayed.
Yeah, 'cause she likes that place.
Yeah, and showed me some pictures of it, talked to me about it. What was amazing about this hotel is it was very reasonable in price.
Okay.
Our entire trip, not including airfare, just hotel, park tickets, was like literally exactly $2,000. So it was not too bad. Obviously, you're spending, some money at the parks with some food or merch or whatever, and then
A lightning lane and that.
right, that too. You are adding on extra, but the base price was $2,000, which to me, we had 3 park days, staying 4 nights. For being Disney, that's not too bad. We saved a lot of money because this hotel offered free breakfast.
That's
and
good.
actually free dinner. They have
How often did you do like breakfast? Or you
pretty
probably
much
didn't do
every day.
dinner, right?
Dinner we did a couple times.
Okay.
Because by the time we were done at the parks, I think the dinner they worded it as more of like a kickback snack thing where you go up there and there's it's like a buffet. buffet. I mean, there's food. There's like hot dogs, and Tuesday when we got in, it was Taco Tuesday. They have a bar where you can get 3 free drinks. So Steve did a couple drinks, and the food was decent. It was fine. I mean, it's not, glamorous, fancy food, but I don't give a shit.
It's free.
Exactly. And the breakfast was great.
Okay.
So we did the breakfast.
It's hard to screw up breakfast.
Yeah. So we did do the breakfast actually pretty much every day. The last day of our parks, 3 park days, was our Epcot day, and we had actually a breakfast reservation. So we did just a light breakfast at the hotel because the reservation wasn't until like 11:20.
Okay.
So we just got like a muffin and a banana for her to go. That was it. So
a muffin, top, and a banana. Yep.
Yeah. So quick and easy. I mean, they had like, bagels and toast if you wanted to just do something like that. So we just grabbed, there was tiny little muffins and we just took that to go, whatever. And coffee.
They had shuttles and stuff too.
Yes. So what was great about the Drury is that it had, to get from the airport to the hotel, we booked a Mears transportation, which is like just a shuttle service that takes you from the airport to resorts or whatever.
Yeah. And that's who they had a contract with when they used to do Magical Express.
Okay.
Okay. It's just like, under the Disney umbrella. So they were disguised as Disney buses, but they were Mears.
Cool.
But that's like, the big bus company down there. Yeah.
Super great. Mm-hmm. And then the only thing about that is when you're taking a Mears, there's other drop-offs. So we were waiting. It was kind of a long ride just because the Mears was dropping off multiple parties. So obviously, they're dropping off at different hotels. So that was a little tough for Natalie.
Like other Good Neighbor hotels?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think even maybe other Disney resorts. I'm trying to remember when we first got there. So Natalie was getting a little antsy being on the bus. So I have to say the perk about Mears is it is truly cheaper than an Uber. Okay. But there's multiple stops. We did bring her car seats. So if we could have taken an Uber because we had a car seat. With the Mears, it's not required to have your toddler in their car seat.
What was the cost, if you don't mind me asking?
I think it was like $13 a person.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was really not bad. And I think she was free. So really not too bad.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because like we took a shuttle from the airport to the Cabana Bay through like Universal's shuttle contract company, whatever. And I think it was like $60 a person.
Yeah.
13. That's not bad.
Not bad at all. Yeah.
Okay.
But again, there's multiple stops.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
So then, at the Drury, we checked in. Then we went and grabbed dinner because it was like we got there on a Tuesday early evening. So like Natalie had a hot dog. There was tacos. So I actually preferred a hot dog, and I got like a nice side salad, whatever. It was fine. Nice. And then we got ready, and then so we had requested a crib. So we got like a pack and play type of crib, which was absolutely fine. I was concerned with sharing a room with her because we just weren't sure if she would actually fall asleep with us like moving around in the room or whatever. And she actually did. We put her crib in the corner and had like a chair in front of it so that she wasn't like seeing lights. We just had like the bathroom light on. The room was plenty big. We had a king size bed, a couple chairs in it, her crib. There's a whole separate bathroom.
Nice.
It was great. We had a refrigerator in the room. Yeah, it was a great room, nice quality. And then, so we did 3 park days. So we did the first day, we did buy a park hopper. We ended up not needing it.
Yeah.
Because with a toddler, it's a little bit of a slower day. And it's a day that unless they nap, which of course she never napped, they're usually done kind of early.
Yeah.
So.
And like, it's also, I can imagine that's kind of a lot on a toddler.
It's very, think about it even just as an adult, it's overstimulating. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of theming, a lot of things to look at, a lot of sounds, a lot going on.
Yeah. You're just kind of like, but better to probably stick with one day. But it's nice to have that option.
It was, because the last day I really thought about, should we just go back to Magic Kingdom for fireworks? She fell asleep when we were leaving Epcot, and then she woke up and was screaming. So we were like, nope, putting her to bed. So Magic Kingdom Day was our first day. We got there, I think like right about 9:00-ish.
Okay. Because now with Good Neighbor, you can still take part in the benefits.
Yes,
of the Disney
the half hour early.
Yeah. But obviously, like, it's going with a toddler and getting everything ready.
Yeah. So I think we were on the bus. Yeah, I'm looking back at, I'm kind of using my phone as a reference pictures. We were on the bus at about 8:20 in the morning. And so we were walking like in the park right before 9 a.m., 8:57 a.m.
Oh, nice.
So we kind of got there, not really taking advantage of the extra half hour, but who cares? So, and then, for me, the moment that I was living for was showing her the castle for the first time.
How was it?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. I got a ton of photos of that.
Yeah.
One thing that was kind of funny about her is that she actually really wanted to walk the whole time, whereas a lot of kids are fine being in the stroller. Most of her meltdowns were because we put her in the stroller, which is so weird.
It is.
So it was amazing. I mean, it was a beautiful day. It was like, 70s, and then it warmed up to the low 80s during the whole trip every day. It was just great.
That sounds great, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it ever rained, which was amazing.
Yeah.
So with her, we saw the castle, and then we thought, let's go to Fantasyland, and we did a couple rides there, and we had purchased the Lightning Lane. And so the 3 days in advance for each day, we selected rides. So for Magic Kingdom Day, we had selected 3 for the afternoon. So I think we did Winnie the Pooh, Haunted Mansion, and Peter Pan.
Nice.
So that was great. At 11 something, we had a Crystal Palace reservation. So that morning we did like Teacups, Dumbo. We went on Pirates because it wasn't a long line.
How'd she do with Pirates?
Great. Totally fine. I thought maybe she'd be terrified because it's kind of dark.
Yeah, and then
or
the
drop.
Yeah.
Nope, was totally fine. I would say, so that morning was kind of probably of the whole trip, maybe the hardest part because she did not want to leave from looking at the castle. So transitions were the hardest. That's when she had the meltdowns.
Okay.
And Steve and I looked at each other like, oh shit, what did we do? I had thought maybe it wasn't a good idea that we brought her. I was thinking that right when we got there, I was like, crap.
But you never really know until you do it.
Right. She absolutely did fine on all the rides. The only one she didn't like was Haunted Mansion. I know, right? But for her, it was just the transition of getting off the ride or standing in lines. That was hard. But as the day went on, she got better at it because we had to keep telling her, like, don't move ahead or, play with the chains in the ride. And she was entertained by that. Like it got better throughout the time. So that was good. And then we did Crystal Palace, which is on basically right off of Main Street right there. Yeah. I had gotten a lot of recommendations for that it's a Winnie the Pooh character lunch. So we did that. And so that was the first time she ever met characters. I obviously was a little nervous about that because we had met Santa Claus during Christmas time and that was not a hit. So her first character was Piglet, and Steve was holding her, and she was a little timid at first, and then completely warmed up, and it was so amazing.
I would rather meet Piglet over Santa Claus, too.
Same here. So, and the thing that's so amazing about the characters, now going as the mom, right? Because I've been going as just an adult or the kid my whole life. This time I went as the mom, which is weird. Seeing the magic through their eyes is just, oh my God, amazing. Because they're so real to her. So she just loved Piglet. Piglet was so sweet, even came back to give her an extra hug.
Oh, nice.
And then, of course, she's sitting in her high chair and, Piglet! Like wanting Piglet to come back. So funny. And then Eeyore came by, and then Tigger, and then Pooh was at the front, so you had to meet Pooh like after your meal. Okay. Great. Crystal Palace, really great. It's a buffet.
Yep. Yeah.
Great lunch, a nice salad bar option, different entree, like marinated salmons and chicken, and then obviously options for kids. They've got like mac and cheese, pizza, chicken nuggets, good sides. I'm trying to think what Crystal Palace had. Just, like mashed potatoes or vegetables or whatever. Just a good variety, I'd say, of, a lunch. Yeah. So that was great. Our server was wonderful, and the characters are just wonderful. So it was a nice lunch. Stayed there for a bit, and then after that I believe we went on the Disney Railroad. Nice. Took that around the park, and Steve loves trains, so that's his thing. Yeah. So I got like a good photo of Steve and Natalie watching the train approach.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So that was cool. And then obviously when you're riding the railroad, you ride through the Splash Mountain ride. So we got to see that ending scene of Tiana, which looked really cool.
Yeah, it's a good scene.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Really cool. And then I even took like some photos of like, the scenery with Rivers of America and stuff. Because I thought, well, probably the last time I'm seeing that,
Yep.
So, and then you can meet Mickey at the theater.
Oh, at the front.
On Main Street, right up at the front. So we waited for that, and that was like the most amazing character meet, I'd say, of the whole trip. Because she just walked right up to him and like gave him a big hug and a kiss and like danced with him. It was just the sweetest interaction. Got some amazing photos. And even everybody like waiting in line were like, oh, no, like everybody just, it was so sweet.
Yeah, that makes it a lot more fun and just endearing.
Yes.
It's just like, yeah, I got a cute kid.
Yeah.
And she's just being perfect. And,
she loved it. Oh my God, loved it. Just the fact that she loved giving them a hug and a kiss and was sweet. And I don't know. It's priceless. It was amazing.
Were the cast members kind of like that too?
Yeah. Cast members are really great. I mean, just patient. Yeah. There's a lot of patience because, the thing is with this, again, for us is a different experience because we are the ones dealing with the kid having the meltdown. Whereas in the past, it's been like, I'm walking past and I'm seeing the kid doing the meltdown. I'm not dealing with that. Yeah. This time I'm the embarrassed one sometimes with the meltdown. But I think the thing is people understand because this is a place where you bring your kids. Mm-hmm. And I even saw other kids having meltdowns and Steve was like, oh, that wasn't Natalie this time. It's like, yeah, other kids are having meltdowns, whatever it's about, because it's hot. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of stimulation.
A lot of walking.
Yes, they're hungry. Mm-hmm. They're tired, whatever.
Yeah, long days.
It's long, yes.
For them, yeah.
I mean, even before the lunch, like after the couple rides, I said, all right, let's go take a break. Let's change your diaper, take a bathroom break. Let's sit down. I had an apple in the bag. She was eating an apple and magically she was sitting in her stroller and was happy. So it's like you have to give them a snack or something to kind of,
it's just a different pace.
It is. It was fine though. It's fine. Like, because the thing is, when you're in parent mode, again, you're seeing it differently through their eyes. So it's really so much fun. I almost feel like I got to know my kid better, if that makes sense. Like I was thinking about this, like Natalie has never been in public like that. Like we've never taken her yet to the Shed Aquarium or the zoo or anything like that yet. We've never done any of that. We haven't had the time. Yeah. And so considering the fact that we took her to Disney, she really did pretty well for considering.
That's good.
I mean, did she have some meltdowns? Of course. But she wanted to walk most of the time, which was amazing to me. I mean, usually kids, they're like, F that. I want to
push me around. Push me around.
I wanted to sit in the stroller.
I am the king of the castle.
Pretty much, yeah. So it was awesome. Then we took the time to watch the parade.
Okay.
So we watched the Festival of Fantasy parade. Steve grabbed a spot right on Main Street. She was in her stroller and we watched the parade and, waving to the characters and she loved that.
Nice.
It was just a nice kind of break to chill. Yeah. And then I think after that was then our Winnie the Pooh Lightning Lane. She absolutely loved that. That was, that's such a cute ride. I just think the Winnie the Pooh stuff is so cute because she has a Winnie the Pooh book at home. So that's how she knows who they are.
Okay.
So she likes that. Then after that, we got Dole Whips because I was like, I want some flippin' ice cream now at this point in the day. Amazing as usual. Yeah. I really want to try. We passed by the day we were leaving Swirls on the Water, and I think it's so cool. Right at Disney Springs, how they always have, because I was looking at the menu, like what were the flavors they had. Mm-hmm. They had like a strawberry one and a lime and some other flavors this time. I'm dying to try cherry at some point.
That would be interesting.
They've had that before. But Dole Whip is just so good.
Yeah.
I got the float.
I love the float.
Me too. I actually prefer that the most because you get both.
Yeah.
Pineapple juice and the ice cream. It's just so good.
The swirl is also really good with the vanilla.
Oh, yeah.
I like that, I think, more than just the plain pineapple Dole.
Yeah. But. Yeah, because where we went was right outside the Tiki Room. Yeah. That's where we got ours. They had a swirl with coconut.
Interesting. Okay.
I thought about that, but I thought I'll just do the classic pineapple, which is always amazing.
Yeah.
Then after that, we had our Lightning Lane for Haunted Mansion. She did not like that ride. That was the only ride she was pretty scared on, which is fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like scary for kids.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just dark and it's spooky with the things popping out and the ghosts and...
Yeah.
So,
hopefully
of course,
she likes it as the years pass.
Right. We love it, but she did not, which is fine. And then It's a Small World. I think we were able to get a Lightning Lane for that because, the first one had passed.
Yeah.
So we got it for that. She liked that, looking around. Mm-hmm. And then after that, we did Peter Pan. And then I think at that point we were done for that day.
So when did you head back?
So we ended up getting a later bus. I think Steve wanted to try to get on the 7:15-ish bus. We missed it. So we waited for the 8:15. Okay. So that's when we were sitting on the bench waiting and she, suddenly says, oh, doo-doo on the bench. And then magically on the bus, she falls asleep in my arms. And then I had to carry her back to the room. Hilarious. And then it was nice because then that next day we all kind of slept in a little bit. So we had a little bit of a later start to the day, which day 2 was Hollywood Studios. So we slept in a little bit because we didn't have a lightning lane the next day until like 10:55.
Okay.
So our first lightning lane was Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway.
Nice.
So with Hollywood Studios Day, which was day 2, we did do the breakfast at the Drury, which was great. And then we got to the park. Of course, I had to get my Starbucks. And then we did the Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway. She loved that. Loved that.
That's a good ride.
Yes. And then we went to Galaxy's Edge just to walk around a little bit, took some pictures in front of the Millennium Falcon. Mm-hmm. And then we went to Docking Bay 7 for lunch.
That's a good place.
Love it. I always love that salad. So I got my Andorian chicken salad. It's not the same as it used to be, but I wanted a lighter lunch because that night we were doing Hollywood and Vine for dinner.
Oh, okay.
Amanda had suggested that as a good character because I had thought like, oh, Chef Mickey's, like what should we? And she recommended Hollywood and Vine. So ironically, one of my old students is doing the Disney College program there.
Oh, cool.
So she was a hostess.
Oh, that's
so we
fun.
got to see her. Super fun.
Yeah.
Her mom was my makeup artist for my wedding.
Huh.
And the daughter was in one of the shows that I vocal directed with the theater group.
Wow.
So it was so fun. She kept coming by our table and it was so fun to see her.
That's cool.
Shout out to Jade. But yeah, so going back real quick, Galaxy's Edge, it was just really fun to walk around because obviously Steve loves that theming. Mm-hmm. Obviously she and I can't go on anything there and he didn't want to do Rise. He didn't do it. So I was like, you should have, but it was fine.
Yeah.
Then we went and met Olaf. She loved that. What was hilarious is the kind of little set that they have that Olaf is at had a umbrella and a beach ball because Olaf sings that song in summer.
Yeah.
So the whole time all she cared about was the ball, the beach ball, whatever. And then after that, we wanted to go have her meet Minnie. Okay. So we stood in line. It was actually like around the corner from that to go meet Minnie and Mickey. Actually, Minnie was in a separate room, and then after you meet Minnie, you go through another hallway to then go meet Mickey.
Okay.
So she met Mickey again, which was cool.
Nice.
She absolutely loved meeting Minnie. Minnie was in like a really pretty pink dress and bow.
Oh, yeah.
But she was just really sweet walking up to Minnie. It was
and then she
so
sat down.
Yes.
That was funny.
It was really sweet. So that was another really great meet. I would say that the best ones were when she met Minnie and Mickey and then Elsa and Anna. Those were like the top 4.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Hollywood Studios, I would say in general, which I'll talk about, when we do the episode about taking a toddler, that if you only had like 1 or 2 days at Disney, I would say you could skip Hollywood Studios.
For sure.
Because taking a toddler, that park is more of a park where there's height restrictions and bigger rides. Yes, there's character meets and, obviously Hollywood and Vine was a great restaurant. But in terms of rides and more things to see, I would say Magic Kingdom and actually Epcot were more of the ones that were better.
Yeah.
I felt.
Yeah.
So, but then also at Hollywood Studios, they had a Frozen sing-along show.
Oh, okay.
So, of course, that's up my alley. So.
Was that good?
Yes, really great. So they kind of had like Anna comes out first and then she has these 2 Arendelle friends that are kind of the hosts of the show, and they essentially walk through and talk through the first movie, and then you get to sing along with the songs from the movie. And then Kristoff comes out, and then Elsa comes out like towards the end. But it was just a cute sing along, and then like at the end it snows in there. They like foam snow comes out. It was really cute. A nice way to, sit in the air conditioning, a nice break. I think Natalie enjoyed it. She actually sat there like a good girl and watched it because you just don't know. Like we've never taken Natalie to a show, never to the movies. It's just, it was a lot with this trip because it was like doing these things with her we had never ever done before. I've never taken her to a theme park, never taken her, you know what I mean? It's just never taken her to see a movie. So it was just interesting to see how is she going to be, you know?
Yeah.
And then I would say the Hollywood Studios day was mostly character meet sort of day because at the section like So if you're looking, when you first walk in the park, obviously you walk down and then you could go to the right to go to Tower of Terror. And then, or if you just keep walking down, then there's that big space and then there's Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway. Well, if you make a right, there's that Hollywood Studios sign.
Yeah, the animation courtyard.
Yes. So in there, we finally went. I'd never been in that area. Inside, you could either meet BB-8, Darth Vader, or Chewbacca.
Oh, yeah.
So we actually waited in line to meet Darth Vader and Chewbacca.
Nice.
Because I was like, I want to meet Darth Vader. That's my boy. So
he's kind of scary. I've met him before.
He's very scary.
It's intimidating.
She was terrified. Rightfully so. I was kind of scared. But I got a picture with him. I was like, I have to get a picture with my boyfriend here.
Yeah.
So got a photo.
Legit.
Yep. And then we waited in line to meet Chewie because that's Steve's favorite.
Okay.
So she was terrified of him. But I had gotten for Steve for Christmas a Chewbacca water bottle. So we showed it to Chewie and he was like... It was awesome. Thumbs up. And then Steve had gotten, after that, he had gotten actually a lightning lane to do Rock and Roller Coaster. Because I said, go do that for the last time while it's still themed that.
Yeah.
So then, of course, Steve goes to do that. And then we get Natalie in the stroller. And I do, of course, some damage shopping. So I found Anxiety plush, had to get my guy. And I got the sweatshirt I'm currently wearing and some cute stuff. And then we did the dinner at Hollywood and Vine. Highly, highly recommend that one.
Really?
That was awesome. Another great buffet, wonderful food, great desserts, great service, and you're meeting the Fab Five.
Yeah.
So this time it was just Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, and Pluto. Donald wasn't there this time, and they keep coming by. So Natalie just absolutely loved that, and she loved Goofy.
Nice.
Which is why I had to send you that photo.
Yeah.
So much fun. It's very much kind of a diner-themed looking place. Yeah. Great food, great atmosphere, great service. A gem. I would do it again.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'd never been there.
Yep.
So that's good.
Yeah. I think it's just really cool because you're meeting the main guys.
Yeah.
So that was, to me, such a great... Because I wanted to do with bringing her, I wanted to do a character dining every day. Unless she didn't like it, I would have probably canceled reservations. But
yeah.
I
Sounds
think
like she liked it.
She loved it. And then just the rest of the days, we did more quick service stuff.
Okay.
I think it was worth it to have one big meal.
Yeah. Because then you're not tied down with all these reservations.
Yes.
Have a little bit more freedom.
Yes. So actually after that, we then went home back to the hotel and she was done. She was out. So that was honestly great. And then the last day was Epcot day. And so I, of course, had to dress her as Princess Anna.
Of course.
Because that was the day we were going to go meet Elsa and Anna, which is at Norway Pavilion. So Epcot day was really fun. We did, like I said, a lighter breakfast at the hotel. We just took a muffin and then a banana for her to go and coffee. And then when we got to Epcot, I think we grabbed a coffee at the Connections, the Starbucks at Epcot. And then we had a lightning lane right away. So we had to do a little bit of an earlier day. We had a lightning lane for the Nemo ride.
Okay.
So we did that. And it's hilarious because when we were first walking into Epcot, I swear to God, 50 times in a row, I see a big ball. She kept saying that, which was hysterical. But this park was great for her because there's a lot of things to discover.
Yeah.
Right? So with the Nemo ride, when you get off of that, there's the whole aquarium stuff, right? You get off the Nemo ride. In that building, there's different tanks you can go see. So we went to go see a lot of that. There's the huge tank where the scuba divers go in and clean. So we saw all that. The huge fish swimming by. She loved that. Loved
That's
it.
awesome.
So that was really fun. And then after that, we went and saw the Moana exhibit thing.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun for her because, you're interacting with the water falling and, swiping your hand and the water jumps or whatever. It was cool. The Moana thing to me is whatever, but it's a pretty walkthrough.
Yeah.
Obviously.
They did a good job with it.
Yeah. I love this with that statue.
Oh, yeah.
She had so much fun walking through that. It was really cool. And then, so what's cool is obviously during this time, it's the Festival of the Arts.
Yep.
So we got our little booklet, which is so helpful because for us, I wanted to know, okay, what specialty food would I like to try? So the booklet is just so helpful.
Yeah, instead of going up to the booth last minute and just And it's fun to keep track, and especially if you do it multiple days.
Yes.
It's fun to keep track.
I really thought thought it was cool too. We didn't get a chance to see this, but they have been doing lately a Disney on Broadway concert series.
Oh, yeah.
At that theater, the America Gardens Theater.
Yeah.
And so when we were there, actually, that night, Ashley Brown from Mary Poppins and Alton Fitzgerald White from The Lion King were performing that night.
Okay.
Which would have been cool to see. I would have preferred to see Casey Levy from Frozen. She was the original Elsa in Frozen on Broadway, but that was only in January that she was performing. So it was cool. If you look at that booklet, it would show what nights people are performing, which is really cool. And when we were walking by there, they were doing a sound check. I saw them on stage. So that was kind of cool. So we just, kind of started walking through. At 11:20, we did a breakfast at I hope I pronounced this right, Akershus?
Yeah, Akershus.
Yes,
in Norway.
Something. So that's in the Norway, yep. And that is the princess breakfast.
Yeah.
And I'd asked on the Walt Disney Tips and Tricks on Facebook, okay, what do you recommend, people? Breakfast or lunch or dinner? And most people said breakfast. And it was great food. It was actually served family style. So you get like scrambled eggs. First you got like a platter of different croissants and cheese and stuff. And then you got a platter of a bunch of scrambled eggs, cheesy breakfast potatoes, sausage, bacon, and waffles.
Okay.
So good.
Legit. Nice.
Legit.
So which princesses were in there?
We saw Belle came by first, Princess Aurora, so Sleeping Beauty, Rapunzel, which I made Steve get a photo with her because he looks like Flynn Rider in real life. So I was like, yep, you need a photo. And then Snow White, this lame-o and needs highlights. And then and then Princess Ariel. Okay. So no Cinderella, which was interesting.
Yeah. Or Pocahontas or...
Nope. So just, let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Or Mulan. Wow, Mulan wasn't there.
Yeah, so it was 5.
Okay.
Great food. Awesome to see the princesses. Natalie doesn't really know who they are, but she still loved seeing them anyways.
Yeah.
I, of course, love that because I love the princesses.
Yeah.
I think she would have liked it more if it were like Elsa and Anna. So I would say if your kids are not into the princesses, it's probably, you could skip it.
Yeah.
But it was honestly great food. I loved it.
Okay.
Every character dining that we did was great, I felt.
That's good.
Yeah. And then after that, we waited in line to have her meet Elsa and Anna, which was amazing.
Was it a long wait?
Not too bad. I would say about 25 minutes.
Okay.
Not too terrible. Absolutely loved that. She was obsessed meeting them. Loved them both because she knows who they are. Yeah. She's obsessed with Frozen.
Yeah.
So that was really great. And then I think after that was our Frozen Lightning Lane.
Okay. So you did do that.
Yes. I wanted to make sure we got that for her.
She liked that, right?
She absolutely loved it. She did fine during the drops. So that was good. And then, of course, after that, we go into the Frozen store and she picks out an Olaf that she wants. So Daddy caved and bought her that. And then after that, we kept walking, doing the pavilions.
Oh, yeah.
So I, of course, had to go to Carmel Couché and I got a carrot cake whoopie pie.
How was that?
Amazing. Natalie kept saying, more cookie? So she loved it. Steve got a grapefruit beer. I even had a little sip. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
It's a sweeter beer at Germany. And then you inspired me to get the deviled eggs.
Nice.
At Murica. Very good. And then, we really enjoyed the Festival of the Arts because they had tons of booths with different artists' work. And they had options of, you could either buy the huge canvas of it or you could buy smaller versions of the prints of it. We ended up not buying anything, but I was tempted. There was a couple Frozen ones or Star Wars. There was like some cool like Stormtrooper pics or whatever, but it was really cool. We stopped at every single one and looked at them all. It was really cool.
And I think like some of the artists are there.
Yes.
You could meet them, right?
Some of them were, yep.
'Cause there were people in line to like get their stuff signed.
Yes. There was a booth of Thomas Kincaid stuff, and I was like, there was a guy sitting there, and I felt like an idiot. I asked the worker, I go, is that him? He goes, no, it's a studio artist because Thomas Kincaid passed away. I said, oh. I had no idea. Because I know my mom always liked Thomas Kincaid.
Same with mine, yeah.
Yeah. So I thought, is that Thomas Kincaid? Like, I want to meet his doo-doo.
Well, last year, I remember, I think like his son or something was there.
Yeah.
We didn't meet him, but
amazing though.
Yeah.
But I had no clue. Now it's like a company with studio artists. I had no idea. I felt so stupid. I was like, oh, I didn't know he passed away. Oh, man. Whoops.
Daisy.
But the art, I mean, is really cool.
Yeah.
Because, each artist has different styles, which was really, really cool to see. Yeah. And then at that point, because we had an earlier day, Epcot day. So when we were leaving the park, she was real fussy. We put her back in the stroller and then she fell asleep in the stroller. So then we went back to the hotel and then she was like ready to go to bed. And I was actually really tired at that point. So we ended up doing the dinner at the hotel.
Okay. So when did you leave the park around?
About 6 o'clock. So, I mean, we had an early day, but it was the last day, but I felt that we did a lot each day. Epcot was really great just because we have a girl and she loves Frozen. So to me, Epcot was more the park for her, but give or take whatever your kid is into, I would say Magic Kingdom in general is the park for every kid. But, if you have a boy that's into Star Wars, cool.
Yeah.
Then you want to do Hollywood Studios. So that was kind of mainly our trip. The day we left yesterday, we had a 5:45 p.m. flight. So we ended up checking out of the hotel and going to Disney Springs.
Okay.
And then we ended up going to Terralina for lunch, an Italian place.
Yeah, that's good.
Really good.
That's good. I mean, the yawn in the mic. So.
Oh, you're okay. I know I'm getting tired too. Steve got a caprese salad. I just got like a salad with like gorgonzola cheese and chicken. Really good. She got mac and cheese. And then we got our mirrors about 2 o'clock. And then, and she, again, the time that she had the most meltdowns was because she didn't want to be in the stroller.
Yeah.
Which was so funny.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. But it was such a great trip because the weather was amazing. I would say February is a great time to go. It's not too crowded yet. To me, Disney's always crowded. Yeah. But it wasn't unbearable. I would say the Lightning Lane was worth it this time, but you're not hustling to get on big rides. So
yeah, it's a different mind frame.
It really is. And this time we were doing the character meets. Whereas, when you just go with adults, you're not caring as much to do that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. How did the shuttles work with the hotel that you were at?
Yes. So we got a shuttle schedule.
Okay.
So we were able to see, okay, this shuttle that goes to Hollywood Studios leaves at these times. And to go back from Hollywood Studios leaves at these times. So often the shuttles, there's one shuttle that goes to Magic Kingdom and Epcot. And then there is one shuttle that does Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
So the only downfall about the Drury was you're kind of limited to the shuttle. Now, if you didn't have your toddler, okay, then you could just Uber it back.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Whereas you're kind of on a shuttle schedule, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was fine. The Disney Springs shuttle was more limited in terms of coming back, but luckily you could walk.
Yeah, because it's close.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but basically the shuttles pretty much ran every hour. Whereas with when you're staying on property, they're every 10 to 20 minutes.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's what I felt with when staying at a Good Neighbor hotel because I stayed at a couple.
Yeah. Where have you stayed of the Good Neighbors?
Stayed at the B Resort or the B Hotel.
Okay.
And then also the Wyndham Garden.
Okay.
Which is across the street from the Springs.
Yeah.
Which was perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, I took Ubers.
Yeah.
It's just more convenient.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be tied down to a shuttle. And also I think it was if the shuttle drops you off at Magic Kingdom and you have a park hopper, I think, and let's say you go to Epcot or something, I thought the way it was explained to me is you have to be picked up from where they dropped you off at. But I could be wrong. I might be wrong. I have to look into that. But that's how it sounded like when I was doing that or when I was staying in one of those places.
Okay. For us, there was just the schedule of it picks up from this place at this time.
Okay.
So I think that probably for the Drury, I don't think that matters at all. It's just, it certainly only ran at specific times.
Okay.
Which was kind of, again, rough. Whereas on Disney property, like I said, it's only every 10 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it wasn't too bad because with a toddler, at that point, you're ready to go home anyways. And you're like, oh, cool. We can take the 720 or whatever. But it's just kind of limited. But I do have to say, with staying at the Drury, I felt that it saved us a decent amount of money because we saved money on breakfast, right? Because if we stayed at a Disney property, there's not free breakfast.
No.
So then you're having to go to Starbucks every day or some place for breakfast to do something.
Yeah.
And you're spending $50 there, whereas we had a full service breakfast, eggs, eggs, sausage, bagels, toast, potatoes.
It's nice.
And it was all free.
Yeah.
Coffee. So
Too shabby, yeah.
yeah, and a nice room, nice quality. It was close. So I would stay there again.
Okay.
Honestly.
Yeah, it looked like a nice place.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
liked it.
those little perks that go with it.
Yep.
No, it sounds amazing. It's kind of like an Embassy Suites too,
Yeah.
because they have free breakfast as well.
Yes.
I don't think there's any Embassy Suites on Disney property.
Yeah. I don't know if I saw that. Because there is a strip of those hotels where you
Yeah.
can walk from there to Disney Springs. And we were on that strip. We were probably one of the furthest away, but it's nice,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
So,
that's fun.
yeah.
Yeah. So I guess if you want like a cheaper option for like making a Disney trip,
Yep.
Good Neighbor Hotel.
Yeah.
And some of the perks might be a little bit better. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was worth it to have the free breakfast. To me, that was really, and free dinner if you wanted.
Yeah.
That was really worth it to me.
Yeah. That's
Because it's food that adds up in price and
Yeah.
stuff. You know what I mean?
and we know Disney, they don't really know the meaning of reducing pricing.
Exactly.
It just
So,
gets more expensive every month.
yeah. So, yeah. No, we had a great time. I mean, I, of course, got a new pair of ears like I do every time. I spent a decent amount on merch. Got her and I some matching sweatshirts, and she got my first visit Mickey.
Yeah.
She got an Olaf. It was great. It was so great to see it through her eyes. I would say if you're contemplating taking your toddler, definitely take them. You're gonna,
Yeah.
even though they might not remember it, you remember it. Their childhood is your parenthood. Your life still matters. Take your kid. You know what I mean?
Take your Winky Doodle kid.
Like, to me, it's
Yeah, no,
It was great.
Like just take both trips, like as a toddler, and then like when they're starting to remember things
yeah.
and able to ride things.
Right.
Like,
Well,
it's
because-
just two different trips.
Well, yeah, and people's logic, well, they're not going to remember it. Why take them? Okay, so should I absolutely do nothing with them in their life then until they remember stuff? What
Yeah.
the doo-doo is that about?
Yeah.
You know, they're developing now. She remembers Frozen now. She remembers who Mickey is now, and she's 2.
Yeah, I mean, like whether it's Disney or I don't know, going to Hawaii or
Yeah.
like out to New York or something.
Right.
Taking all these trips, it helps with their learning and education,
Yes.
and it's not like education as like studying and getting all this information pounded into you. It's like kind of like being a part of the culture.
Yeah.
Just getting a feel
Yep.
of different climates and
Totally.
and scenery and
Yep.
ways of life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with you. Take the trip.
Yep.
It's like you said, it's cool seeing it through their eyes.
Yes, that was the best. And that was what made it magical for us, too.
Yeah.
In a different way.
Yeah.
You know?
Magic hits you in all different ways, shapes, and forms.
Yes, absolutely. So, yeah, it was a wonderful trip, and I will be going back in May for
Yeah.
a bachelorette party, so at least I get to have my fix twice this year. Thank God.
That'll be nice.
Yes. So, yeah, but it was wonderful. But I do want to eventually talk about taking a toddler to Disney, like some.
Yeah, for a future episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, John, I think it's been great.
Yeah. You got anything else to add on your trip?
I don't think so. I mean, take breaks, bring plenty of snacks.
Yeah, that's the big thing, taking breaks.
Yep.
Like, even if you don't have a toddler,
Yep.
just breaks are essential.
Yeah, get water,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, yes. Yeah, stay hydrated.
Yeah, you really
even,
do.
Even if it's cold.
Yeah.
That was one thing that I kind of didn't do properly this past trip. It was freezing.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm fine with this beer or this cocktail. I got a water if I need it. But
Right. Because you're walking a lot, so you're burning calories and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So I won't do a hike, but I'll walk 10,000 steps with you at Disney.
Oh yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. No, I'm out of breath on a hike. Because the terrains are changing.
Right.
And it's just
Right.
like, I don't like these switchbacks. I
Nope.
actually could fall and die
Yep.
from this mountain.
Yep.
And I'd rather stay on flat ground.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Taking the Disney atmosphere.
Yep, absolutely. So,
Yeah.
all right, John A. Well, we
All
got a
right.
great season.
Yeah.
So,
I'm excited.
woo! All right.
All right.
It's been real.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate all your support. Please leave us a review and/or rating on your favorite podcast platform.
You can find us on Instagram and Facebook under Parks and Pixie Dust Podcast. We are also on Twitter and TikTok under Parks and Pixie Dust. Give us a follow and stay tuned for lots of updates.
And you can also email us at parksandpixiedustpodcast@gmail.com.
Our episodes are released bi-monthly on Wednesdays.